Hi, everybody. Okay, so I royally messed this up, and it was me. It was not YouTube. It was me. So I'm going to go see if I can get everybody over to this one while I still have this open. Let's try. Let's try, shall we? Ooh. One second. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to have to edit all this out, aren't I? Hi, Tanisha. I'm trying to get everybody over from the other one to here because, oof, this has been a mess. Go here to see the live. We have to switch gears. Okay. Join me on the new live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Tanisha. So what happened was I messed it up when I started. Okay, let's see if people start joining us over here, hopefully. Oh, some people are showing up. You made it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I learned, yep, there was some trouble going on, Tanisha. There absolutely was trouble going on. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, at least people are coming over here, so I'm hoping that will help. Just keep. I messed it up when I set it up. I set it up as a stream instead of a webcam thing. So it means that I have to use other software to go through it. Well, I have that software. I just don't know how to use it. So I went from panic to, okay, we'll use the other software, back to panic to, okay, we'll make a new live. So yay, thank you. Oh, Sharon, I'm so excited that you're looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. Say hi if you're here. I'm going to give it a minute to let some more people come on over from the other live. I normally, should I turn that off? Let's do it. Oh, my lighting's better then too. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Karen. Hi, Tanisha. Hi, Giselle. Giselle, I did see your question. I was just frantically troubleshooting. There will be a replay of this. This will now live on here on the YouTube. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Diana. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Leslie. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited about this one. Oh, thank you. It's a dress, Lynn. It's a dress. Ooh. Yes, yes. So thank you. I'm excited about this live today because it's a little sassy is the best way to put it. Spicy, some people say, or whatever. But we are going to be talking about the 5 things you were taught wrong. And this has ruffled as I start talking more and more about like the misinformation that's out there. It's funny because you wouldn't think that embroidery is going to be a controversial topic, but anytime you tell people that something is wrong or something is that information might not be correct, that they aren't happy about it. So I've actually had a lot of pushback, funny enough. I want to make sure that Peg sees that we have changed, because if she was in the other one. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to wait 1 more second. I'm going to make sure, because I put the link in the Facebook group, but I'm going to make sure that the right link is in there. Where is my dear friend? Okay. Hi, Betty. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Lynette. Thank you guys for following me over here. So everybody tell me, what did you do today? You can type in a whole paragraph if you want to, or you can just say, I went to work. Whatever you want to do. But we're going to kill time for a second more since I went to a different locale. Since I've made y'all bounce around now. Do. So let's make sure. What'd you do today? I sent out an email. I'd like to talk about email. I sent out an email today. I got a lot of admin work done today. I did my makeup, which felt like a feat today. Today was one of those kinds of days where I felt like I was running in place. I got a lot done, but since I was so backed up on stuff, it didn't feel like I went anywhere, actually. So, okay. Barbara vacuumed and went to, occupational therapy, right? That's what OT is. Leslie worked, uneventful. Lynn went to the copy shop and printed off 6 new indie patterns. Okay, so Lynn, I really want to do clothes. Oh, sorry, guys. I really want to do clothes. I have to start. Where should I start? Where should I start? Cheryl cleaned house and worked on a quilted wall hanging. Cheryl, you know that if you're in the Facebook group, that you have to post that in the Facebook group when you're done, right? We won't see it. Giselle embroidered a t-shirt for her son's birthday. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to plug in my phone. Oh, I need to make it so it doesn't keep adjusting the focus over and over again. Lynette went to the eye doctor for a corneal abrasion. Lynette. No. Hi, Jean. I'm so glad you found us. The storm did not knock something out. I just saw that you asked on the other stream if the storm knocked something out. No, it was all me. It was me. I fudged up. Diana picked up new fabric for a mystery quilt, then filled out paperwork for a new job. Diana, that's wonderful. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Lynn, indie patterns are a great place to start. Okay, I gotta just do it. I think starting is a great place to start. So if you get my emails, that's what the email was about today. It was like, you have to start, you have to be a beginner, you have to be bad. Because it's not bad, you're just a beginner. So if you didn't get an email today from me and you would like to be on the email list to get encouragement and things like an education in your inbox, drop your email and I'll make sure you get that. I embroidered my husband's work jacket with his logo. Eileen, hello. I'm glad you found me. Hi, Helen. I'm glad you found us. Oh, yay. Betty's, if you need help with Bernina long arms, particularly Q-matic, you want to chat with Betty. Yes. Over in the Facebook group, I was asking for pictures of favorite embroidery, and I have to go check those new ones. I just saw that there's a bunch of new ones. So, Lynette says that so far she only sews t-shirts because she battles fit. I mean, I like loose stuff right now because it's quarantine. Like, hello, because I never leave the house, so I make sure to be really comfortable. So, fit, whatever. I'll wear a tent. That's great. All right, so we're oh my gosh, it's 8:22. Let's get started. Let's do this. Here's the thing. Machine embroidery has a ton of misinformation. That's what I'm learning. The more I learn about machine embroidery, the more I talk to y'all and you tell me what your lovely dealers, your friends who teach it, whoever, when you tell me what they say to you and what they tell you, I realize, oh, I need to not touch the table is what I realize. I realize that there's more misinformation out there and opinion masquerading as fact. That's the two things that happens. We have opinion pretending to be facts, and we have straight up misinformation that keeps getting perpetuated. So let's get started. I know that two of these you've already heard, maybe a couple of these you've already heard, but I'm done. And recently I posted a video that said, you were taught this wrong. And I had somebody not happy about it, saying, how do we say we learned this wrong? Well, you did learn it wrong, and you're being taught wrong, and the misinformation is being perpetuated. I wish I could go back into my past and fix all the misinformation I got and then pass along as fact, because I've absolutely done it. I know it and hear it and recognize it as I start to learn more. And then I can have a flash even sometimes of like, in that conversation, I told them this, and now I'm learning it's not that. So we're going to start with one that it's a platform I have been talking about a lot more, which is that tearaway stabilizer is a starter stabilizer. That's myth number one. Tearaway stabilizer is a starter stabilizer. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, you know that I've been on a kick of cutaways. I've been telling people to get cutaway. And I've been kind of trying to push people away from tearaways. So first off, you still need tearaway. It's still useful. It's not like people have sold you a lemon. They just might not have sold you the thing that would make you the most successful from right off the bat. That's all there is to it. I just realized that anyway, doesn't matter. So tearaway. Okay. If your dealer sent you home with tearaway without asking what you like to sew, what you want to sew, what you're going to be doing, then you could be up a creek basically with that tearaway, because it might not be what's right for you and for what you want to sew. So tearaway is going to be great for some redwork designs, just that quilting outline. It's going to be great for certain, not all, tea towels, certain, not all towels, things like that. Peg, I was trying to find you and make sure you got here. I'm so glad you're here. We just got started. So if they asked you what you like to do and you ended up taking home tearaway, then I feel more comfortable with them sending you home with tearaway than I have actually been a part of setting up bundles for new embroidery machines where tearaway is all people are sent home with. If I had to send you home blindly with one stabilizer, it would be a medium weight cutaway. It works on the most amount of fabrics. It works for the most designs. You can double it up to make it heavyweight cutaway, which will work on just about anything. Now, once again, if I sent you home with cutaway and you wanted to do hankies, you wanted to do freestanding lace, that would be a mistake on my part. I would be wrong. So I don't really believe tearaway should be our starter stabilizer regardless, but I don't believe that anybody should be sending you home with stabilizer unless they asked you specifically what you sew. Did they ask you specifically what you want to make, right? Because what I would send Lynn home with, who is an incredible seamstress and now embroidering like a queen, oh my gosh, I would send her home with something different than I would send Peg home with, right? Than I would send Eileen home with, than I would send any one of my quilters home with. I should go home with cutaway because I like to do toppers and wall hangings and kind of bags, like other stuff, right? So cutaway would be a better thing for me because I'm also the kind of person who's like, let me buy one thing and be done, right? Like one and be done. So yeah, if your dealer didn't ask you, and it's a lot going on. I'm also not being, I don't want to, it's so funny because I love to like have a hot take until I have a hot take. And then I'm like, but also we have to be kind to people. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say your dealer was a jerk for doing that. There's a lot going on when a machine is being sold, and maybe they didn't know, maybe they didn't think about it. Maybe they thought about it then in the middle of the night, which I have done before. I didn't ask them that question. So there's 1,000 reasons, but tearaway as a starter stabilizer is myth number 1 that is busted. We need to quit sending people home with a medium weight tearaway. So Leslie asked, which one is a good one to practice on for scraps, for sizing and practice on scraps for sizing and positioning? If you're practicing, then it doesn't much matter. I would use a medium weight tearaway or a medium weight cutaway. It doesn't much matter. So here's a sneak peek of something that's going to be on the Bernina blog. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it, but nobody told me I'm not allowed to show them, so we'll ask for forgiveness. So this is a wall hanging, or a table topper. Do you see how perfect it looks? This is overstabilized. For sure it's overstabilized. It's like pretty, it's a linen, and the fact that the linen has this much body to it can tell you that it's pretty overstabilized. But that's how good a I lost the train of thought. A cutaway can make your stuff look. So I would say go with a medium weight cutaway to practice, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Medium weight cutaway, medium weight tearaway. This could have been a tearaway because it's not much stitching, right? It's not much. Not much. Okay. Any other questions about myth number 1 so far, or the myths in general? Myth number 2 is that you have to use a certain type of thread. In my notes, it says you have to use blank thread. I have heard, oh, I was told I could only use rayon thread. I was told, I'm going to move you guys down a little bit. This is a little, my camera is not situated from all the technical difficulties at the beginning. So myth number 2, I've heard one of 2 ways. One, you can only use polyester thread for your machine embroidery. And then recently, from a couple different people, they said, oh, my dealer told me I could only use rayon. That's freaking a lie. And it's one thing to say we suggest, and this is, once again, the human element of it, right? There's the sassy YouTube version that's like, these are the things that are wrong. And then there's the human element of, did they say that polyester works best? That polyester is what they recommend? Or did they say that's the only thing that works? Because I've heard it. And it's a load of horse crap. Wanting to do something for my granddaughter, knit fabric. Oh, Lynn, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Give me 1 second, and we'll come back around to this. So yeah, listen. It's hard because, once again, so much is going on. But you got to listen to what they're saying. Did they say, I recommend polyester thread? And so you think that means only polyester thread? Or did they say you can only use polyester? You can only use rayon? If they said that, then there's one of 2 things happening. They are misinformed and just spreading misinformation that they don't realize is not true. Or two, they're trying to sell you something that they have. They don't want you to know that you can use Aurifil because they don't sell Aurifil. They don't want you to know that you can use polyester because they sell rayon. They don't want you to know you can use rayon because they sell polyester. Whatever it might be. I have watched, and I don't think anybody hears from that dealership. I watched a dealer stand in front of the class and 3 times lie to the people there. I never went back. Through sheer luck, actually, I never went back. But I was just like stunned. I was stunned. And in that moment, it felt to me like that was just a selling tactic. I don't even think they thought it was true or cared if it was true or not. These people are out there. I don't want to ever make you scared of dealers because I have been to probably at least over 50 dealers at this point. And the bad apples, I mean, I could count them on one hand, but I would only need like 2 or 3 fingers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even need all 5 fingers for the bad apples. So don't be afraid of dealers. Don't be afraid of people trying to sell you things. But you can, when people start talking in absolutes, don't freaking listen to them. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't have clapped. But when people start talking in absolutes, do not listen to them. Oh, or ask why. I have to move this table. Quick ADHD moment. My new sewing setup. So this is for content creation, actually. But this table is right here, and I've hit my elbow on it. That's the 3rd time today. The 3rd time today. So I was trying to get this. I want you to have fun. There's no longer a pile of there's no longer the pile of samples. They're now put away in a drawer. So we have polyester thread. We have, where's my thing? I shared in the Facebook group the one that I shared from Aurifil. She disappeared. I must have. This is what happens when I put things away. Then I can't find them. Polyester thread, cotton thread. I've worked with wool. I haven't worked with rayon. Silk thread. You want to play with all of these things and have fun and experiment. And don't let anybody tell you. You can let them say it. You can let them say it when they say you should never use rayon in this machine, or you shouldn't use rayon, or don't use rayon. You can say why. And you can say, oh, have other people had this experience, and blah, 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 blah. If you you are able to ask somebody, like, why do you say that? Who else says that? Sometimes people like to give opinions as facts. You know, we all do it. I shouldn't say some people. We've all done it. I have absolutely done it. My opinion that I think is fact is that cutaway's better. Cutaway's better. You know what? But I will tell you that that's an opinion in the end. And that's what you got to be. You just want to make sure that people let you know, like, oh, that's actually an opinion of mine that I feel strongly about. That's fine. That's fair. We've all got those. Okay, so Lynn asked a really good question about stabilizer. Let's talk about it really quick. I get to do this now. I get to just do all my lipsticks. Those are supposed to be put away. That's lipstick. Okay. Oh, I've caused chaos by going off script. That's my whole life right there. So I'm grabbing this to talk about what Lynn just asked. We'll grab this one. Okay, I caused chaos, and I have to clean that up in a second. But Lynn's question was, I'm wanting to do something for my new granddaughter, knit fabric, what stabilizer? Because it can't be irritating on new baby skin. Congratulations on the little baby. And what we're going to do is I want you to use a poly mesh. The poly mesh is super soft anyway, right? It's got nice drape to it anyway. You can do 2 layers of poly mesh. It comes in beige, black, or white. So that's already so much softer than regular stabilizer. It's a polyester mesh. Very descriptive name. So the poly mesh is soft anyway, super strong because it's polyester. And it actually continues to soften with washing. So t-shirts, any knit fabric, poly mesh is my go-to. I love it. There's a fusible one as well. But I tend to use the non-fusible and just spray baste it. Then there's also gentle touch backing. And I think these are in my faves. Let me get you a link. This is my page of my favorite things. I was going to post it later anyway when we talk about you'll see. But this one, I believe both of these are on there. And then gentle touch backing. So you can actually iron this on. It is really soft. It's made for knits. So, you know, it's got that little bit of stretch to it. And it's incredibly soft. And that you can iron on the back of the onesie, the part that touches the skin, so it covers the embroidery. And then it'll be super soft. Harmony, there you go. Hi, Harmony. Welcome. Welcome to the madness. I was actually really on my way to being like super organized. And then the stream thing happened. And now I feel a little all over the place. But okay. So hi, Harmony. Welcome. And she was talking too about that backing. So nice. You guys know, and I think this comes up in a second, you know I love OESD, but I try to say, like when I say poly mesh is the OESD name, polyester mesh is what you're looking for if you can't get OESD where you are. The thing about being an international educator at this point is that people can't get it everywhere. And it might be easier for you to get another brand. So polyester mesh, and then this would be, it would be a backing. I don't even know what you'd call it. Like a soft backing, I guess. Backing for knits. I know, right? Harmony said, it's okay, we'll go with it. I'd be surprised to meet an organized crafter. Also, fortunately, all y'all know that I have ADHD. I can be a little all over the place. We just make it work, man. That's what we do. So myth number 3 is really funny on the heels of what I just said for Leslie and for Lynn and any of you who have ever come to me asking for specific stabilizer advice. Myth number 3 is that there is a right and a wrong way to do something, to do embroidery, and this is the right way. That's the myth. Because I hate this phrase. Lynette had a better one. I don't remember it. All roads lead to something. Anyway, the phrase I hate is there's more than one way to skin a cat, which is just gross, but it's true. Especially with embroidery. You could line up 5 different machine embroiderers and all 5 people could do the exact same garment, the exact same design, 5 different ways. All roads lead home. There you go. Lynette's got the better one. All roads lead home. I had the roads part. So, this happens a lot because a funny thing I get now that I do have videos on YouTube and wonderful people like Harmony and all y'all finding me however you find me is that a lot of people will say, actually, you shouldn't do it that way. I would tell my advice of poly mesh and gentle backing, gentle touch backing. And I can actually get a message within minutes that would be like, I would not do it that way. And here's why you shouldn't tell them to do it that way. And there might be a whole dissertation of great information. There's times where I've said, oh my gosh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know you could use that way. But all roads lead home, right? There is not one right way and one wrong way to do things. In embroidery, there's probably like a few. One of the rules you would never break is to use, you always want to use cutaway on stretch. That's a rule. That's more of a rule and less of a something that's up for debate. But you could use on a shirt, you could use poly mesh, you could use medium weight cutaway, you could use heavyweight cutaway, you can use all these different things and we all get the same results and we all, it looks wonderful. So that's why when classes like stabilizer school come up, it's less important that a lot of people wanted stabilizer school to be like this is what you do. It's not really like that. It's like, here's how we choose something. Go forth and figure it out. I give you the tools to figure it out, but you still have to put the pieces together yourself because there's a lot of things that are going to go in there. One time when I was working at the store, a woman told the woman I was working with, who had all the opinions, and they were correct, by the way. We've all worked with that person. They know what's right for everybody. They know what you should and shouldn't do. Their word is God, the whole thing. So someone said, well, I was going to do this with a quilt. And she said, yeah, that's okay. And the person stared at her and said, it's okay? And she's like, yeah, it's okay. And she's like, what would you do? And she said, oh, here's the right way to do it. And she said something, and it was truly like saying, actually, the right way to have a hot dog is with mustard and ketchup. And the other person was saying, well, the right way is with just ketchup. That's a preference. And your preferences are not just okay. They are not. Your preferences are important. If you're like me and you love a cutaway, go for a cutaway. Do it. If you truly cannot bring yourself to be okay with the fact that there is going to be stabilizer on the back of a project, use a tearaway and a wash away, right? As long as it ends up with a project that looks good, come on. So I like to stand here and I have to have opinions. I have to teach. I have to say, this is what you should do and blah, blah, blah. But I want each and every one of you to know, I understand that my word is not gospel. It's not. I don't want that. Yes, exactly, Harmony. Harmony said, I've learned so much on YouTube, but you get in your own rhythm along the way and adjust with what works for you. I'm more, because I'm ADHD, I actually work better when somebody gives me exact parameters. So if somebody says, do this, then I will do that until the end of time. And I have a hard time dancing outside that box, right? Whereas if somebody says, well, do this, these things are correct, then I feel more comfortable playing and having a good time and learning it for myself instead of just copying somebody else. So that's bye, Peggy, see you later. That's why, I strive here to say, do this with this hand gesture and not do this with this hand gesture. That's how we're going to visualize that. Yes, it can. Yes. And Peggy's leaving, but it can be very confusing. There's all these units of stabilizer school, and you have to learn it, right? You don't have to learn it technically. Technically, if you want to go get the free OESD chart, and every time you want to know what to do, you can look up your fabric and the density of your stitches, and you can do this on the chart. And then you're never going to learn it for yourself, though. You'll never figure out. Through stabilizer school, you'll be able to say, I have these 5 options, instead of through charts online, you'll be able to say, I have this one option. That's what I have to use. So yeah. Yes, Helen, practice with different materials. Absolutely. We're going to do that a lot this year through blog posts, through YouTube videos, through classes with Pin, Tuck, and Purl. I do have a 6-week online Zoom class with Pin, Tuck, and Purl. That it's called Learn to Embroider is what I believe it's called. I'm trying to find it. Learn to machine embroider. And you're going to learn to machine embroider with all different fabrics, all different techniques, all different types of designs. It's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. I'll put the link right here. They do have a chart, Helen, and it will say, use this. And the chart's helpful. It is. I'm definitely not talking crap about the chart. But I want you to learn. I don't want to give a man a fish. I want to teach a man to fish. Okay? We're teaching people to fish here. Not giving you fishes. We're teaching you. How about over a pieced patchwork quilt block? Is medium cutaway? Ooh. Leslie, that depends on what you're doing. So she's saying, what about over a pieced patchwork quilt block? Do we want a medium cutaway? I probably wouldn't, because it's not going to be soft, right? This is nice enough, but I would not want to cuddle with this. I mean, it doesn't even, look what it does at my chest. Oh, there's that stuff. Look what it does at my chest. It goes straight out. So the drape is not exactly there, right? So that's where we start to get into other things. There are cutaways that are softer, like our fusible woven or polymesh. Polymesh would be great. And that's exactly it. If you're actually quilting, then you could just do this design on a quilt sandwich. The pot holders. The pot holders post on the blog. I don't use stabilizer. That is batting and 2 layers of cotton. So, okay, let's get on to the next one, because since I was behind today. So myth number 4 of 5, we are almost there. Myth number 4 is you need all this stuff to get started. You have to have all this stuff. Now, this one I want to be delicate with. This one I'm going to speak very plainly. I am hopefully not going to get too lost in flowery all over the place language. Your dealership